right, let's hope this worked. Welcome. So, my plan for today is unlocking flying in BFA because obviously I am exceptionally behind. It's no surprise to myself, honestly. I usually wait till the end of an expansion to hurriedly try to catch up, to feel like I'm one of the cool kids. I've got my achievements, I've got my mounts, and I basically waited until Shadowlands was announced before I lit the fire under my butt. So, no, I still do not have flying. Yes, I am way behind. Am I going to get it? Yeah. Am I going to get it before Shadowlands releases? Hopefully. Just hopefully. If anyone is in chat, how's your day going? How are you doing? Alright, I have one so far. Let's go get that one. Let's feel like we're accomplishing something. I think I ran out of Champions of Azeroth quests to do, but I'm not 100% sure. I feel like I did. So I think my only option right now is to grind it out through world quests. So the only thing that I need is to finish getting to Revered on Tortolin and Champions of Azeroth. That's the only two little hindrances that I have. Everything else is done. I can start flying. I can gear my main for Shadowlands, which is going to be my Goblin Warrior. But I don't want to do that until I have flying unlocked because it's the itch. It's the itch in my brain. And I want to get rid of the itch in my brain. One thing I haven't done either, I haven't done a single raid in Battle for Azeroth. Usually I accomplish a few here and there, pugging, and through Raid Finder. I have done 0. So I guess I should catch up on that as well. No big deal. Man, am I behind. It's my own fault. It's my own fault. I know this. I get so distracted. I do everything else. I look at all the pretty transmog. I look at all the other things that I shouldn't be focusing on, and I do. Like, I spent 3 weeks unlocking Dark Iron Dwarves only to find out that I no longer, once the pre-patch hits, will have to grind out any rep for any of the allied races. So, that saddened me. It really did. I'm happy. I'm happy because that means that I no longer will have to worry about the Warlords of Draenor flying that I still don't have on my account. I'm not going to have to rep grind for any of the allied races. I can just go finish the quests for my Volpyra. I can go finish the quests for the trolls, for the really cool Coltirans. And I can have them, and I can look at them on my login screen, and I can think, oh, these are cool, these are pretty, and then never do anything with them because I accomplished nothing in this game. I have been playing since the days of Cataclysm, basically the way that I'm doing right now, where I get massively distracted, I explore, I do everything that I should not be doing. Alright. Oh, okay, so it's the simple kill the thing or do this thing. Okay, so I'm not seeing exactly. Oh, okay. Is it this? Anyway, I've been playing since the days of Cataclysm. I have been gearing alts like crazy. Not gearing, leveling alts like crazy. I usually would spend my days making like a holy priest, trying to find a cool name for them, pick out a cool transmog only to realize I will never get to max level, delete the character, try again. I used to be in love with just running lower leveled dungeons, healing in lower level dungeons. And I used to spend my days just doing that. Create a character, heal to a certain extent, get to a certain level, get bored, make a new character, so on and so forth. Really achieving nothing. It was a good time though. Alright, Tide, Sage, Banks, and Slane. Where the heck are you? Oh. Probably the thing with the exclamation point over it. And what are you? There we go. Alright, now I feel like I might be on the right track. So, like I said, my goal to catch up, be one of the cool kids, get my act together, get flying. That'd be great. How far away am I from having that? 8,000 out of 12,000. Not horrible, not fantastic. And did my Dark Moon Fair thing wear off? It did. Because I was playing around. Speaking of Dark Moon Fair, I just found the roller coaster. Favorite thing about it now. And there's another one. We'll go there. Do I fly? I can fly. I don't know when they added it, but it is now one of my favorite things to do when I go to the Dark Moon Fair. Because once again, way behind the curve. Way behind on everything. Way behind on my favorite thing, which is the Dark Moon Fair. It'll be alright. I'll catch up. I'll be cool. I'll be cool next expansion. I always tell myself that. I'll be like super cool. I'll be a great healer or a great tank and I'll have my stuff together and we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of which, I want to learn how to tank. I realize tanking is probably a little more in depth than just running up, hitting a mob, running away, and letting the DPS, damage it down because they're your damage. It's probably quite a bit of understanding where I'm going, why I'm doing that, why I'm going the way that I'm going, and what my end goal is. And unfortunately, despite the fact of my little tangent about running through and doing numerous old dungeons on my priests and on my healing classes, I still don't know where I'm going in the majority of them. I don't have geography in mind. I don't have dungeon layouts and map optimizations and go here and do this because this is going to be the most efficient way. I just go and hope that I'm going in the right direction, and typically I'm not, and that's okay. But when you're tanking a dungeon, it's not okay. Oh, I can get this now. I'm going to get this now. Am I going to get this now? Where is it? Before I drop down there. Oh, I can get back up. Doesn't matter. Is it locked? I can get 1,000 rep towards the Tortollan if I just get these chests. I want to get these chests. 95% of them seem to be locked though. Alright, what am I looking for? It is a small treasure chest. It is somewhere here. Down. Okay, so probably in a cave. Let's use some common sense that I really have to work at getting, especially if I want to be a tank. I have to have common sense. Alright, let's kill you. You're following me around, you're annoying me. You're not helping me find this treasure chest. I mean, the least you could do is be guarding it. Then I would know exactly where to go. Hey, look at this mob. The mob is probably guarding it. Makes sense. Let's do that. This is why Wowhead is such a miraculous tool. Wowhead and add-ons, and here's what looks like a cave. Thank goodness. So, if I were to tank, I feel like I should continue on this character because I made her, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, I believe, with the intention of being a healer or a tank because I had this transmog in mind. I made it up. I thought it was so cool, so good. I worked really hard. I had to do some PvP, I think, or was that a mage's transmog? It might have been a mage's transmog. I had to work really hard. I believe I ended up boosting this character because I had been working on a separate character and found out that the mace that she's wielding or the mace transmog she's wielding, came with a 100 boost, because I believe that was in the days of Warlords of Draenor. And so I rerolled the character, boosted, got the mace. The pauldrons and the shield came from, I don't remember where. I think the shield came from somewhere in the Outlands, the place with all the needles or the razors, whatever they are. The pauldrons, I don't remember where they came from. But I worked really hard on her. I've always liked her transmog. She always just sits on my loading screen. And I think, what am I going to do with you? I don't like playing paladins. But then I figured out I'm actually pretty decent, in my opinion, at paladin. Oh, good. I only need 8 more. Oh, math. Oh, 8 more. We can do 8 more. 8 more treasure chests. I get stuff for them. I want flying. So, I'm going to keep her around, obviously. I worked very hard on her, so I kind of have to. I feel obligated to keep her around, especially for the fact of how old of a character she is. I have to keep her around. I have to do something with her. But my main for Battle for Azeroth is going to be my Goblin Warrior, a Fury Warrior, which I designed a really cute transmog for her and started farming some of the pieces. Found out I may not be eligible to actually equip some of the pieces that I want to use for her. Bummed out. We'll work around it. Essentially, she's my chaos. She's my chaos queen. And okay, why did I... Is this the quest I wanted? Oh, it is. Okay, I got my treasure chest. That's what I was going for. Whew, okay. So, she's my chaos lady, and she's going to be fun. I have a more serious character, also a warrior. It's my Dark Iron Dwarf, which I worked exceptionally hard to unlock. And she's only in the level 70 area. I took a hiatus from leveling her to finish up my flying achievement, because I figured that by the time I get to BFA, I have flying for Legion. I need flying for BFA. I'll try to just skimp over Warlords of Draenor because nobody likes that area anyway. Maybe I can just avoid it altogether. That'd be great. But I figure by the time she's ready for BFA that I'm going to want flying. I'm not going to want to walk and do all these quests on foot again. And she's probably going to be one of the characters I'm going to try really hard to get through Nazjatar and all of that. And I'll figure out how to do that on my Goblin. And actually, why am I focusing so hard on my Dark Iron Dwarf if my Goblin's going to be my... It doesn't matter, because once pre-patch comes, then I can get all the gear that I want. So essentially, I'm going to level my Dark Iron Dwarf. Going to have a blast doing that, because I have a lot of fun playing her. And I'm going to then reciprocate what knowledge I gained from playing my Dark Iron Dwarf, leveling onto my boosted Goblin Warrior, and just play them exactly the same keybinds, etc., etc., etc. I'll do okay. It'll be fun. I think one of them is going to eventually become more of a PvP main, and I think that may be my Goblin. I'm not a... Oh. Well, I guess we can't go down there. That's a good thing. That may be my Goblin, because, like I said, she's my Chaos Queen, and PvP to me is chaos. I'm horrifying at it, but I have a lot of fun when I do it. And I think that my Dark Iron will be more of my raiding character. And I do have a raid spot kind of set up with a guild already, which is excellent. And they've already told me, you know, anywhere that I'm lacking, they'll instruct me on, they'll help me with, help me gear. Once, you know, mythics and such come out, plus keys if they're still doing that, which I'm pretty sure they are in Shadowlands. You know, I'll have a secured spot because they need a solid DPS, and I was doing great on the Warrior. It's actually one of my best DPS classes. So that'll be nice. It'll be nice to have some actual endgame content to look forward to. I don't like pugging. I don't like being under the scrutiny of everyone else when I'm playing this game. That's a rough point for me. You know, back in the day of when I was first learning how to play this, I got into some dungeons and had some bad experiences, avoided dungeons for years after that, never stepped foot in another dungeon. And it took a long time for me to figure out how to even play the game well enough to be a part of dungeons. It's been a roller coaster. And that's okay. This game means a little bit different to everyone, and that's cool. For me, it's always more of a social game. I actually have met some of my best friends in this game. And to me, that makes it worth it. You know, I can learn how to DPS. There's add-ons that. Oh, thank you, Zirin. Is that how I say your name for the follow? But I forgot completely what I was talking about. But that's okay. I've never been strong at DPS. I've never been strong at this game. So how do you pronounce it then? If that's the impressive first try. But I am excited to have a guild to run through stuff with. Oh, excellent. So, Zirin, right? Is that how I said your name? It's my chosen online name backwards. Chosen online name backwards. Okay, loving it. Well, hello, Zirin. How are you doing today? What are you up to? Oh, well, I understand that. I actually came across my gamer name by complete accident, and some of my previous choices were already taken as well, but I mean, Shablin turned out great. Kind of fits. For punching myself in the face repeatedly, i.e. farming AV rep and... Oh... Yikes. I have made absolutely no progress on Classic. None. Played for a little bit, got to level, I believe, 16, lost all motivation. So kudos to you. That's fantastic. Proud of you. Good job for sticking it out. I guess I like the more cushy lifestyle that is retail WoW, where I don't have to pay as close of attention. Because I was very friendly with the afterlife spirit. My guild dropped out of BFA to relive their childhood in Classic. So if I want to play with my friends, I have to play. I see. Yeah, see. You got to follow your friends, which is cool. It sucks that you don't get to play with them in retail, but you still get to have your friends. If my group of friends had gone to Classic, which was something we had talked about, then I would have stayed in Classic, probably pursued it a little bit harder. But my main group of friends are more hardcore for retail WoW, and that's all right. We have fun. So, are you Horde or are you Alliance? Also, I think I finally finished this quest, so I need to find Ally in Classic, Horde in Retail. No kidding. Well, cool. I bounce back and forth between the two as well. I tend to find myself enjoying the questing for the Alliance more, like the areas. I find myself understanding where I'm going a little bit easier. For me, like the Zandalari area, the whole Horde hub, I get lost. I have played on that side for a while. I'm just freaking lost in here. Alliance is horrible in Classic and Retail. Ally definitely has advantages. Yeah, I've heard that they even give you a higher boost when you're playing in War mode, right? When you're playing on Alliance. I don't play with War mode on. I get ganked. It's not fun. It's not an enjoyable time. Every class max level for Horde. Fantastic. I have 2 classes maxed out for Horde, and I have 1 for Alliance. Okay, so if there's a population difference, yes, I got it. I got it. So, I don't know how long you've been in chat or how long you've been listening. I don't have flying in BFA yet, and that is my goal, is to get flying hopefully soon. All I need is 2 more reps. I have Champions of Azeroth and Tortoland left, and I am honored on both. Hoping to finish up soon. Tortollan is just an absolute nightmare because once those daily quests are gone, that's it. I've already done all the quest hubs for them. Oh, I bet. I don't know how I got that because I haven't done a single thing as far as I know in Mechagon. And for whatever reason, it's not a prerequisite for me. I need Azerothian Diplomat, those last two. And then just part 1 done. So I don't know how I got so lucky unless that's part of their whole fine-tuning for the end of expansion. If so, I'm all about it. I like the easy way out. Pardon me. But, alright, I guess I should find some more world quests to do. Pretty sure Mechagon Revered is part of part 2. I don't know how I've gotten away without having to do with it then. So let me, because if it is, explore Mechagon, explore Najatar. It is exalted. I must have it somewhere. Probably somewhere on my Horde character that I have blissfully forgotten about. I probably have it done. So for whatever reason, all I have left are my 2 honored, almost revered, almost done, almost there. I might be crazy. I put that pain out of my mind once. Yes. I find that I tend to forget a lot of rep grinding type of stuff. Like, I forgot how taxing it was in Legion. I genuinely did. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, Legion was so much fun, doing all that stuff where, now I'm forgetting the name of it. What was the name of it? Broken Isles, Suramar, the Suramar stuff, the rep grind, all of the quests, all of the, Yes, like I said, I do the majority of all of my achievements and grinding and getting my leveling and everything else towards the end of the expansion. I tend to take longer breaks. I am hoping that stage of my life is done and that I can just be pro WoW, get stuff done. I've got a good guild. I can get, raids, mythic keys, everything done. It'll be great. So I'm hoping that the whole, hey, I'm going to take a break from WoW until the end of expansion phase of my life is done. But yes, I completely forgot how horrible it was trying to get flying in Legion. And I got it so close to the end of Legion that I didn't even get to enjoy the flying. And I'm getting flying in BFA so close to the end that I'm not going to get to enjoy it. And then Shadowlands is going to come out, and I'm actually going to be proactive. I'm going to get stuff done. That's the goal. I'm going to be a big kid. I'm going to get stuff done. It's going to be a great time. Oh, all right. So let's do more world quests. I've already looked in this area, so let's look here. No. Yes. One of them. Okay, or was there 2? 1. Okay. I'll take the 1. Because every piece of experience, every piece of rep makes it easier when I finally get an emissary or something. Just get it done. All right. Oh. It'll be all right. Yeah, the Tortollan rep grind is horrific. I understand that they give you more reputation for every world quest that you do, for every, I thought was for every quest that you did, etc., but having to wait behind emissaries to get any bulk of it, not having a genuine larger quest hub to do, it's very frustrating. I would like to be able to get it done sooner. I understand that's my fault for taking so long to get it done, but it'll be all right. Oh. So, in Classic, I don't remember if you answered this question or not, so I'll go ahead and ask it again. What is your main? I know you said Horde, correct? Or was it? Let me look at this again. Ally and Classic, Horde, and Retail. So Ally and Classic, what is your main, race, and class? What do you like to play? I recently discovered the fun of playing a Fury Warrior, and I have a Fury Warrior that I have been leveling to learn how to play it, and I have a boosted Horde Fury Warrior sitting ready for Shadowlands. She's going to be my PvP main, my Chaos Queen, and my Dark Iron Dwarf is going to be my raiding one, because my raiding guild is on the Alliance side. So I figure that learning by leveling is the best way, so that whatever I've learned I can then take with me to the Horde side, to my Goblin, and just execute on her and be cool. Do a good job. Do high DPS. That'd be great. And that's been the best way, because I have just the worst time just picking up a class and playing it. I need to learn, and I do the best when I level a character from 1 to 120. I seem to get a better grip on it. I leveled Paladin the majority of the way, and then ended up boosting the rest of the way, and paid highly for it, because I never grasped fully like all the ins and outs of playing it, all the defensive cooldowns, anything to really make myself a better player. I just kind of face rolled. All right, Sister Hilga Slain. Where the heck are you, lady? You're supposed to be up here somewhere. Huh. All right, I'm missing something. Oh, never mind. Just waiting for a spawn. Okay, there we go. But so I find that for me, I don't have just the innate gaming guru knowledge to be able to pick up any class and just play it. I really have to delve into the ins and outs. I really have to figure out what I'm doing, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And by leveling my Dark Iron Dwarf, for one, I want the Heritage Armor. And for two, it gives me the ability to learn the ins and outs of Fury Warrior. And from there, ooh, a treasure chest. I need that because Tortollan Rep. I need 12 scrolls. I have 4. I need 8 more. Let's hope. All right, this is going to be a minute. Web covered chest. All right, so obviously spiders. All right, that looks like something. So I could try to stun you guys, but highly doubt that's going to work for me. I hang out with a bunch of tryhards. It gets old sometimes. Feels like a job. Ensuring I can perform at their level is okay to just... Yes. Yes. That is what has kept me out of mythics, raids, etc. Every time I've tried to just, go into a random raid with a bunch of random people, it seems like the expectation is for you to be like the most renowned player, and you have all this information and all of these achievements and all of this gear, and I just don't have it. That's the reason I'm in the raid. I need these things, and it's never been a truly fun and enjoyable experience. So I understand how hanging out with tryhards can be a bummer. I've always been one that's like, I don't care what your DPS is. If we wipe 100 times, that's fine. We'll eventually figure it out. We'll get through it, and we'll be better for having done it. And that's how I like to play the game. Far less of the, oh, well, you need to be this and this and this, and more of the, do you like your class? Do you like your character? Do you got a cool transmog? All right, let's go do some raids or something. It'll be great. I've played with an assortment of different types of players in that aspect. I used to have a group that I hung around with, and a couple of them were tryhards and were always, nagging at us like, oh, well, you need to gear up, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then the other half of us were far more interested in just the fun and enjoyable side of World of Warcraft. And that's where I prefer to hang my hat, is the fun. And okay, there's another one right there. So, and both of those are on cooldown. Man, that sucks. All right, so let's go over here. Now, I would like, hanging out with tryhards has its benefits as well, because then you do have people that are pushing you to do better, to be better, to understand your class, your role, which traits are the best ones, which of this is the best in slot, helping you get to that point. And I would like to be one of those players, but not with all of the stresses that are included in that. When I play World of Warcraft, I want it to be just that, a game, a separate world to go to. I've had stressful jobs. Thankfully, I no longer have to work in those. I think it's fantastic. But it's not fun going from a stressful work environment or home environment to a stressful gaming environment. I mean, I leveled a druid in Classic in a week. Wow, okay. And then just got handed all gear immediately, so it has its benefits. Cthulhu kill at level 50. Holy cow. Yes, that is... Wow. That's fantastic. Good for you. I don't think I've leveled anything in a week. So, I tip my hat to you. That's phenomenal. Good for you. I take my time. I very much take my time. That's the nice thing too with the guild that I'm getting involved with, is that they basically are willing to hand me any gear that I need. Working from home has its perks at this point. Oh, okay, so are you working from home, like that's what your job is supposed to be, or is this just because of the COVID thing that you get to work from home? But yeah, my guild, just due to COVID. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that's although it could have always been remote. Okay, so what kind of work do you do then, if you don't mind me asking? That sounds like a programmer type job or something in security or something like that, something computer based. But the guild that I'm getting involved with, they're very much the same, where they are happy to basically hand me whatever I need, gold, gear, whatever it is. But I also like to earn it. I don't want to just be handed things because I'll never learn. Technical superintendent for an offshore drilling contractor. No kidding. Wow. That's phenomenal. Good for you. That's excellent. You meet all sorts in World of Warcraft. That's what I figured out. We're not all just... It's not all just kids. It's not all just one thing or another. There are all sorts in World of Warcraft, and I think that's... One second. I think that's one of the best parts of it. World of Warcraft truly is for everyone, and I love it. I really do. Was there already a flight point here? I swear, if I just tried to use that and there was already a flight point here, that would have been so stupid. Alright, there we go. Less stupid option. Good job. Oh. Yeah, when I was working, I did not have the option of working at home. I drove a garbage truck, and I was working 50 plus hours a week in all types of weather, out throwing trash, driving the truck, furniture, whatever it was. Especially at the peak of the COVID freakout point, I guess is the best way to call it. I was out there working, and they did not believe that we needed any sort of defense against it. And, it was one of those positions and one of those jobs that just got to be too much. It was fantastic money. It was great money. But the stress just was not worth the payout. Not one bit. It was ridiculous. But... Alright, so I need to go over here. That's where my world quest is. I need to remember that. Oh, it's there, and I'm getting so close, and I'll just have Tortollan rep, and it'll be wonderful. Okay. You know, I am so jealous of people that can play druids. I think they are one of the coolest looking classes. I can't play them. I just can't. I've never been able to. I've wanted to. I've tried to. I've tried playing them as healers. I've tried playing them as a tank. I've tried playing them. Druid is easy in retail, is it? See, I have just an obnoxiously hard time playing them. I really do. And I tried to even correlate it like, hey, I like playing rogues, and you know, the feral form is basically just a cat rogue, and you're gonna do great. It's gonna be a fun time. And nope, I can't DPS in them. I have a very, very difficult time. Gimdrog. His healer anyways, Gimdrog. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I found out recently that I'm not very good at playing a rogue either, and I always thought I was. I love being a rogue because of the stealth, and when I don't want to fight, all I have to do is pop that vanish or pop that stealth, and I'm good. I can get out of there. And that's one thing that I wish that every class had, was the oopsie, you know, here's a stealth button, or here's a get you out of trouble button. But that's the laziness in me kicking in, I guess. Wow, this guy is just killing it. Good for you. I'm not. But that's all right. We'll make it. I have finally breached eye level 400. I'm feeling fantastic about it. I'm getting there. I know pre-patch is coming out. I'll be able to gear up a little better. Next expansion, I will be able to gear up because I will actually be doing content and dungeons and raids and leveling in a adequate time frame. 450 eye level per patch drops. That's the eye level that they're going to drop is 450. Because that would be nice. That would be nice. Sweet. I'm about it. I am definitely about it. I'll keep working though. I'll keep trying because I don't want to just. I know it would be better if I just waited, because essentially all I'm doing is wasting my time. But I mean, isn't that essentially all that we all are doing right now, is wasting time until pre-patch and the next expansion? All right, so there's 2 here. Wasting time, or like me, trying desperately to catch up. World of Wastecraft. Oh, I have never heard or seen it described so accurately, so perfectly. Thank you. Wonderful. World of Wastecraft. Oh, and I just mounted up for no reason because I have to go here. So which flight point's going to get me to where I want to go? I guess here. Let's go there. Should roll the dice. Oh, man. So, is World of Warcraft the only thing that you sink your time into? Do you play any other types of games? I find myself drawn to pixel RPGs quite frequently. Of course, I love the popular ones, Pokemon. Love Stardew Valley. Love actually everything from the Harvest Moon series. I know they renamed themselves, but everything from Harvest Moon I always thought was a lot of fun. And probably that's because I grew up on a farm. So, you know, farming games. Let's just continue on with the farm life. But I love pixel RPGs, especially story-heavy ones. As this channel grows, and as I'm able to, obviously I'm going to be purchasing upgrades for the stream and purchasing different games to play for the stream. But there's a few games I have in mind that I do want to play, aside from just World of Warcraft. Even though I will continue with World of Warcraft, there'll be like a day or so that I'll be playing different games. Divinity 2, Stint of Destiny, and Destiny 2, The Division. I have played The Division. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun. HOTS. SWTOR. I am not at all familiar. I haven't even heard, unless that's just like a condensed down name for something else, but I haven't even heard of that. But so, okay, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Okay, yeah, I have heard of that. I just was being stupid apparently. So you seem to like first-person shooter type games then? Destiny, Divinity, Division. I'm not good at first-person shooters. Actually, watching me play them is quite comical. I try hard. Is big with your group. Yeah, your brother's a pro, huh? Oh, that's fantastic. In my group of friends, I know a lot of people that, I'm getting a drop in frames per second there for whatever reason. I'm not sure what that is, but hopefully it fixes itself. I don't think Star Wars: The Old Republic will ever get old because of the lightsabers. Yes, probably not. I mean, who really can fight with lightsabers or fight against them? Huh. It looks like the frames per second kind of picked back up. Best leveling story experience of any MMO. Really now? Huh. I guess that's saying a lot, so that's fantastic. All right, finally found it. Excellent. Good. Where am I going? This looks like the right area, but if I go there, I don't think I'll be in for a good time. So let's go up here and see what we can find. But I very much, like I was saying, enjoy pixel RPGs. I am not the best at first-person shooters. I've played games like Overwatch. I tried Division. When I first started playing, I know this is not technically a first-person shooter, but Skyrim, because I played it on the Xbox. To me, it was the same issue of having to try to aim with an Xbox controller. Same issues I have with first-person shooters is I have the hardest time playing with those controllers. So, did you ever play Rift? If you're talking to me, I tried it and I couldn't get into the storyline. I found it to be exceptionally boring. But that was also a time where I compared everything to World of Warcraft, and I realized now I can't go about life comparing everything to World of Warcraft, even though it is a good game. I have to allow games to be what they are. So I got past maybe the first quest hub and immediately got bored of it and deleted it. Sounds like my son woke up from his nap. I can hear him running around upstairs. His happy little feet. All right, where am I supposed to be using this? Because obviously I missed something. Was it these guys? Oh my gosh, it was these guys. I do this all the time. Oh man, this is why it takes me forever to level and to get anything accomplished. Because I don't pay attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't read. Oops. Guess I should fix that. Shadowlands, we're going to be a better Shablin, all right? We're going to try hard. We're going to accomplish a lot. All right, so we're at 20%. I would love a Tortollan emissary to pop up. That would be great. Here we go. Okay, so 35. Okay, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. We're figuring it out. We'll get there. We'll get this done. Move on to the next one. Make a little more progress. So I know I mentioned the game, but one thing I would like to try again at would be Overwatch. I would like to try because it is on my PC. I do own the game. I haven't played it in years. I realize that everyone else has been playing for many years and I have a lot of catching up to do, but kind of hoping that maybe I can invest myself into it, maybe learn how to play a first-person shooter. I think that'd be fun. You know, from my experience, you don't really seem to give that much more anything when I fight big guys like that. So I'm going to try to avoid you. Do the little guys. Oh. I'm not sure how I ran out of quests for Champion of Azeroth. I have an add-on. What is it called? BTW quest or something like that. And it tells me what quests I should be doing for which rep and for which storyline, and it was a way to help me get through the lore master achievement a little bit faster because it kept me on track instead of doing every single quest in all of the areas. And I thought that it said something about more Champions of Azeroth reputation through quests, but I can't find them. I can't figure out where it's supposed to be. It said in the Chamber of the Heart of Azeroth. It wasn't there. I need to remember to actually use that button. There we go. Alright, what else can I kill? What else can I do? So close. 65. Making it. 74. Love it. Alright, let's use that. Let's move a little faster. Mainly, I want flying so I can continue leveling. Like I said, I want to have flying unlocked in BFA so that I can just blast through it. Nice and easy. Real fun. So it's put kind of a damper on me wanting to continue leveling my Dark Iron Dwarf because I want flying. And I realize I probably should just be doing the same, like doing both of them and logging in once a day, doing the world quests instead of sinking so much time waiting for the next world quest to spawn. Alright, hopefully I was wrong, and hopefully you actually give me a larger amount of... Oh, okay, I was definitely wrong. Happy to be wrong. Love it. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, thank you. Got it done. Okay, so 7th Legion, Champions of Azeroth. There we go. Next hub. Let's fly. Let's fly. Oops. My bad. And there we go. Looks like I might have another FPS drop, but it leveled itself out. It's just... I'll be updating my computer as I can. I'll be making these quality adjustments to my stream as I can, so hopefully you guys stick around. That'd be phenomenal. I'm enjoying this. This is a lot of fun. It makes leveling, it makes questing, it makes grinding a whole lot less boring when you have someone to talk to. right, so if we're going here, what else do we have? I think I was just up in here. I honestly wasn't paying all that much attention, and that might be my last. Oh, okay. Okay, so that is my last world quest. It's a couple times a week. I skim the low of your account, usually throw a prime out. Also, you're doing a good job of talking constantly like there's a large audience present. Keep that up and you'll grow over time, I'm sure. Well, thank you. I'm thrilled to hear that. I thank you for the encouragement, for the positivity. I have a very easy time talking to myself. But thank you for the follow, and thank you for joining me and making the stream a little less, a little less empty. Love it. All right, I'm going completely the wrong way, that's for sure. There we go. Well, I definitely appreciate having you around. This has been very enjoyable, like I mentioned. I've been having a blast. I hope you have been too, or at least it makes the grind a little less grindy. All right, so Hex Priest, Haraka, slain. All right, so apparently we're just going to wait for the spawn. Who are you? A blood elf. I don't see very many people playing goblins. I love trying to get my brother, his friend, and my wife's character attuned for an MC run we're doing in a few hours. Oh, man. Well, hello, Cupcake. I'm glad to see you here. Hello, hello. Oh, how was work? How's the new shift? How was life? I've missed you. Well, that is a lot of work trying to get all those characters attuned. If I understand right, you're trying to get 3 different people's characters attuned, correct? Not just... Obviously, they probably don't all play the same character. That's a lot of work. And you all play in Classic. I'm sure, like you said, your group of friends is playing Classic. So, yeah, it's just a cheese route through dungeon and jumping through lava. Okay, I see. Oh, yeah, that would be a lot of work, for sure. Kudos to you. That's fantastic. All right, I think I am out of world quests, so I may just go ahead and jump on my Dark Iron and get her leveled up, because I don't have that Storm's Wake, and none of that helps me. So unless one of these, nope. All right. I was talking to Mama and Ryan, stole the phone, and said you were streaming, so of course I had to come watch. I didn't know you switched your schedule. Yes, I did. I'm trying to work around Ryan's schedule so that he can help me with the boy and all of his rambunctiousness. So I adjusted it to work around his schedule, and it's going great. I get to stream a lot more than I thought I was going to be streaming. Dark Iron is the best heritage armor. I agree. I am in love. I think it fits them so well. And the Paladin mounts, one thing I'm exceptionally happy for is that not only did the Dark Iron Dwarves get their version of the Paladin mount, they get their ram, which is epic. The regular dwarves also got their own version instead of having to ride the horses. And I checked out the female dwarves' hair, just some of the customization options for Shadowlands, and they look beyond epic. One of my first characters was actually a female dwarf hunter, I believe. And my extent of playing her was I got her to level 30. I got lost in the tram between Ironforge and Stormwind, and I ended up deleting her, never played her again, and I've always had an affinity towards the dwarves because of their ram mounts and the fact that I grew up on a goat farm, so obviously, of course, they're phenomenal. So, yes, Dark Iron is the best heritage armor. That is definitely for sure. Life is interesting right now. How's you? It's great. I don't have to drive the garbage truck anymore. I get to enjoy life with the boy and do this, and it's a lot better. I'm having a lot of fun. Watched my wife get ganked in the tram by a rogue the other day in Classic. I was See, I love watching that kind of stuff happen to other people, but yes, when it happens to me, utter frustration. Beyond utter frustration. I hate being ganked. I always before war mode was a thing, and playing on a PvP server was more of a thing. I used to every so often roll a character and like, oh yeah, I'm going to be the best PvPer. I'm going to play this, and I'm going to have a bunch of fun. I would roll my character, get on a PvP server, get ganked, and get so frustrated that I would never play that character again. I'd be so embarrassed too. Like, oh my gosh, how dare I be ganked? I was just like, there was nothing you could have done to prevent that. Enjoy the humor in it. Yes, that's definitely the right perspective to have on it, because I'm right there with your wife. I don't find it fun when I am the one that's being ganked, but when others are, yeah, it's funny. It's a great time. You know what? I'm not going to go right here. Let's go ahead and go back to Borealis. Good. I'm glad. Well, thank you. I'm so happy you joined us, Cupcake. I've missed you. You said life is interesting right now. So did the new shift transfer go through? Are you on the same shift as your hubby? Everything good? Oh, I don't even want to be on this character anymore. That's right. Log out. We're in a major city. Just log out. Okay. Now I'm there when I need to be there. All right, game. Why'd we pause? Are we frozen? Of course, I miss you too. Yes. Yes, I don't want Brickette. I want you. Yes, I want to come out and visit you guys. Very, very badly. I might have to catch the train. Make a day of it. Have some fun. Go to Uni Sushi. Alright, so why is everything red? Why am I dead? Or why was I dead? Why is this out of sorts? Oops. You know what? This doesn't matter. This is just going to be what it's going to be. Yes, I work 6 to 2:30. I started on Friday, but tomorrow starts it off for good. So you got to do it on Friday, but now tomorrow you must have had a couple of days off. So this is going to be your official schedule, 6 to 2:30. Well, that's fantastic, because now you'll be able to catch my streams. I'll be able to talk to you. It'll be great. All right, so bartender. Apparently none of my profiles transferred. I don't know what's going on with that, but that doesn't look right. Well, I guess I'll mess with it later, but because I think my keybinds are a little funky. I guess this doesn't matter. I don't know. I'm wasting so much time doing this. OCD. Who knows? All right. There we go. That'll bug me a little less. Excellent. Okay, so OMG, yes, I want some uni so bad. You would think I would get it more often. Nope. Yes, especially because you live so close to it. For me, it's a couple hours away. That's heinous. And here you are, just enjoying life right next door to Uni Sushi. But, oh well. Just be a loser. It's okay. If I was that close to Uni, I'd have it every day. I don't know if I can handle it every day, Ishbu, though. I not every day. Close. Every other day. But not every day. Alright, so speak to Runa the Blind. Oh, do I have flying? I have flying. I'm over 70. I'm over 60. I have flying. Okay. So So how are you actually adjusting to the new schedule though? Because going from afternoons to almost midnights to early morning shift, that is taxing. Every day I said what I said. All right, you said what you said. All right, so I have to get used to my mind rewrapped around actually questing and not just world quest to world quest for rep. All right, so actually I'm glad that I took a little bit of a break from this because I remember getting bogged down and not wanting to quest in any of these zones anymore, and I love Northrend. So I know I just had done far too much in far too short of a time because I was close to having this character leveled in a week, and then I took my massive break. You're not adjusting. I can understand that. Early morning shifts are rough. It's nice being out. It's nice not having to wake up to only have a certain amount of time before you have to go to work the rest of the day. It is nice getting out early and having the rest of your day to do whatever you want with, but early morning shifts are not fun. Okay, Gossamer Dust. Where am I going for this? Am I going to kill you? Obviously I'm going to kill you, but... Oh, I forgot how cool she was. Okay. And apparently some of my keybinds are a little messed up, so I guess I'm going to be fixing that really quick before I die. Alright, let's... Oh, did I aggro something? Do I have a second? Okay, keybinds. Character specific, because apparently they're messed up. Dang it. Keybinds. Alright. Fix that, fix that, fix that. Fix all of this, and then get key, or, action bar number 2 back. Alright, there we go. Die, you thingy. It'd probably easier if I had spells actually bound to keys and actually working when I'm sitting here mashing them. But it's okay. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, if you're going to be threatening, at least come over here where I can get to you. Don't make me chase you. After all, why should I chase you? I'm in your territory. You should be doing a better job of protecting it. Doesn't seem right. You're doing a horrible job. Pat, pat. Try again. So, no Gossamer Dust there. So I'm assuming maybe in these little buildings? Maybe? Dust. It would be on the ground. It's dust. Or on cabinets. Because dust. Maybe not. Okay, a scroll of agility. That doesn't really help me. That's not Gossamer Dust. Key mashing is the equivalent of slapping the TV in the... But it fixed it. But it worked. It did. It did. Even though I'm not from the 80s, I know that it did. Also, I don't seem to understand why Kanye was not working the right way because I know that I have it enabled. Add-ons, warrior. Okay, so let's just reload and maybe it'll work. Pixie dust is in the bag. Is in a bag, so maybe it's in a bag. I thought so, but I'm not seeing it. This is a rather large area. So I thought maybe little houses, and then because it's in a large area... Alright, let's read this. Rune of the Blind wants you to obtain... Well, she's blind. That's the first issue. How can I find something you can't even see, my dear? Rune of the Blind wants you to obtain 4 handfuls of Gossamer Dust. Blah, 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 blah. Collect a reagent for me. Obtain Gossamer Dust from the Fern Feeder Moths. Okay, so... Hi. Here we go. Let's actually play this game. There we go. I don't know why you're so obsessive about me having to click that button, but alright, we'll do that one. Duh, such a Disney answer. What do we expect? Anything other than Disney answers from her. And what is this? A wild carrot. What am I going to do with a wild carrot? Now I'm curious. No and no. Wild carrot quest item. That's what we're going to do with it. We're going to collect them. Okay. Alright, so I need more of these mods. Okay, apparently more of these carrots. I was not actually paying attention to the glowy thing in the distance. Excellent. Okay. So... Oh, shoot. You're key bound to R. I need you to be key bound to something different. Which is why we're on character specific, which is excellent. You're there. I think you're the macro. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Macroed. Perfect. Little bit of speed. Loving it. So I downloaded Tidy Plates recently so I could get a better idea of what I was actually aggroing and when, and that actually gave me a lot of determination to tank, which I'm still not an excellent tank. I'm not even a good tank, but I'm gonna try hard. I'll get there. But it seems more fun. It seems more visually satisfying knowing what I'm actually aggroing and what are you wanting? Oh, a PvP talent. I don't know. I don't even PvP. Death Wish. That sounds good. We can adjust those later if I actually decide to PvP, which won't happen because we're going to do it on the Goblin, so. Alright. Gossamer Dust. I need more of you. I wish that it's good for leveling and questing because you can just pull everything at once. Tanks is fun until you think of the... Yes, that is exactly it. I have watched a lot of different tanks and their methods and how seamlessly they run through all of their dungeons, and it's like that is a lot of effort and that's a lot of work and a lot of trying and failing, and you have to have a very patient group of friends or guild to learn all of that, because you can't just pop in at the end of an expansion like, oh hey, I'm your new tank and I haven't done any of this, so I don't know what I'm doing, which is how I like to play, obviously. So yeah, it's a lot of memorization, but I have so much respect for people that do learn how to do it and are good at it, just like I do for healers. Well, DPS too, because I have a hard time DPSing, but yeah, WoW community is not super forgiving, which is super unfortunate, genuinely, because it's a game. It's a game, and the majority of us anymore are a bunch of adults that are looking for a little reprieve from life and from the work day, and you know, it would just be nice to log in and have a far more supportive community, which is actually a big reason why I initially did look back into Classic, because you have to rely on your fellow player and group up with people to complete quests. But even there, you know, not a lot of people want to be super supportive. They just expect you to know what you're doing and to be good at it, because they want to just achieve what they're achieving and move on. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, for sure. It's I would love to see a far more forgiving and understanding community. That's for sure. But oh well, I find my little pockets of friends every so often, and you know, I just genuinely enjoy the experiences I can with them. Meta and Classic isn't even leveling conventionally anymore. They all just dungeon boost to level. Wow, yeah. Yeah, just the fastest way, most efficient way, get leveled, get geared, you know. It just sucks. And that's why I have such a hard time getting involved with, you know, like I mentioned Overwatch earlier, and how I know that I am extremely behind in that aspect, and how I would have a really hard time catching up, and probably a lot of difficulties finding people to play with, because I would be a very poor player for a while. And you know, it's just a big deterrence from games. You know, I see a lot of games coming out. You know, I've heard of this new MMO, New World, coming out, and already people have their beta keys or their pre-release keys because they're influencers or they're big names, and they already know what they're doing. And by the time I get to the game, I'll be so far behind already that I won't generally be able to find a lot of people that want to be understanding towards me and towards how I play. And way more min-maxing since there are no unknowns. Yes. That was another reason why I had wanted to play Classic, because there was an end goal. There was like, oh, this is the best armor to have. This is the best weapon to have. This is the best profession. all of this, you know exactly where your end goal is. You know, that initially was appealing to me, but then I realized that the flexibility of it was gone. You know, I believe that Classic was initially more of like a Dungeons and Dragons, where you could have a theory of what you wanted your character to be and how you wanted to play it. That is nice to know. Once you fill a slot, you know you're done with that. Yes, instead of getting a different version of the same gear over and over. Yes, that is something that very much is a frustration towards the retail side of WoW, is that to me there is no end point. It doesn't matter how much I gear or what I gear. You know, there's always some other thing that I could be replacing it with, which, I mean, it is motivation for people to continue playing, especially people that want to be the best of the best. New patch replace 100% of your items again. Yeah. And for some people, it's appealing. For me, I like playing end game, like end of patch, end of expansion, end of everything. So I know what I'm getting in myself into, how much effort I'm putting forth. But now that I no longer have the 6 to 8 o'clock job, which driving the garbage truck, it was just horrendous hours. Like I said, fantastic pay, horrifying hours, you know, and now that I have a lot more free time to be able to invest into the game Shadowlands, it doesn't seem so daunting. But yes, the continuous grind for just bigger and better. What was the job? I was driving a garbage truck. I was a garbage truck driver. I was the garbage lady. I had a CDL Class B, still have it, but I was driving for a garbage company, and we were out there throwing trash, obviously, furniture, whatever. But it was a very dirty job, a very thankless job, and a very long and tiring job, too. You know, it was like 6 a.m. was our start time, and some days I wasn't done till 6, 7, or even 8 o'clock, and it sucked. But the pay was fantastic. It really was. It paid well. But not for never seeing my family. I have a husband. I have a son. You know, I never saw them. I never got to do things that I enjoyed. And my husband received an offer for a better job, and it pays the same as what I was making. I got the ability to stay home. What allowed you to make the daytime streaming transition? Yeah, my husband getting the different job, the job offer. He has a far more professional job than I ever had, and the ability to earn far more than I ever did. But it allows me to stay home and spend more time with my son, which I had to give up starting at 3 months. And so I missed the majority of his growing up from 3 months until now. He is going on 18 or 19 months. So he's grown into a big boy, and I finally get to enjoy time with him. But streaming is something that I've always wanted to do, something I've always wanted to get invested in. And I now have the opportunity to do that while staying home, while being able to go up and see my son, you know, from time to time, and during the rest of the day seeing him and spending time with him instead of having an hour maybe before he went to bed for the night when I would get home from work. So I have a lot more time with my family, a lot more time with my son. It's wonderful. I love it. But yes, my son was spending a lot of time with family that was watching him, and I'm so thankful that they were doing that. But he was missing out on a lot of bonding time with me and bonding time with his dad, and it took a toll on him. I mean, he was well taken care of, but definitely missed. That's for sure. All right, what am I doing? Highland Mustangs returned. 1 second, I'm going to cough. I really hope that's not too concussive. I do apologize. All right, so do I talk to you? Mounting up? No. Attach a wild carrot to your stick and use it to lure. Oh, those horses. Okay. And there's another quest over here. All right, let's get you. But that was a big reason why I was so attracted to Classic for, you know, the time that I was because there was an end in sight. I knew exactly what I had to do. It was basically laid out for me. I knew the exact path that I would have to take, but it took away all of the adventure of doing it, all of the fun of doing it. And it was replaced with just the expectation of, well, you have to be this level by this time because this raid is going to be released and this is going to be released. And with the never-ending release of stuff for retail, it just suited me a little bit better. And that's okay. And plus, I like all of the extra classes and races and goblins. I think they're great. Do I have 5 carrots? I have 5 carrots. Who knew? Fantastic. All right, where did I see the horses at? Because I don't remember. Oh, haha. They came to me. Okay, so come here, little buddy. I'm confused. Can't do that while moving. Dangle wild carrot. Okay, there's one. Oh, I have to ride each of you back. Well, I picked one of the farther. Oh, never mind. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, there's a speed boost too. Strike an enemy. Oh, nope, that's not a speed boost. That's typically the speed boost. I think that's the speed boost in the Death Knight zone. Oh, do I have to go up another level? Dang it. Okay. Oh, the Squire guy. Where? What? Alright. Squire. Okay. Cute little one. There we go. There's a friend. I'm going to try to find a horse that's not running. Do this a smart way. Do this a more efficient way. My auto run key on my Orb Weaver seems to be sticking. That's a little disappointing. I might have to look into that. Okay, so I got all of that. I need more horses. There's one. All right. Oh, no, don't hit the horse. Oh, dang it. All right, I messed up. Oh, okay. Sweet. I don't know how that fixed itself, but I'm so glad it did. That's excellent. All right. A little bit of a lag. Oopsie. I'm going to have to figure out what's causing the lag. I don't know if it's just my CPU heating up or what it is. Oh, wrong area. I remember. Gotta go over here. All right, there you go. Thank you. Oh, I could be queuing up for a dungeon too. I guess I can see how Twitch is going to work for dungeons, because previously I was having a bunch of like frame drops and a bunch of lag, and my screen was stuttering a lot. We did purchase an SSD, and I'm hoping that will have fixed the problem for me so that I can actually stream dungeons and such, because I want to do a lot of that plus raiding in Shadowlands, and I kind of need that problem fixed. So let's see how it does. Let's see how we go. Oh, I wish there was a speed up button. Oh well. Run over here. And go up here. There you go. Another horse for you. It seems like you're getting just no horses, but that's okay. I understand why there's not more immersive effects like that. Like, oh, hey, you collected 5 horses, so we're going to show 5 horses here, because the amount of storage that you need for this game already is quite heavy. So I can only imagine visually seeing 5 horses stored would be even more taxing. So I understand why they make the shortcuts that they do. And that's great. Alright, here you go. Another horse friend. Oh, what a boring quest. That'll be right. At least the horses seem to stay in the general vicinity. Let's do a black one this time. Because we've done every other color, I think. Except you. Okay. Come here. I know it makes absolutely no difference, but a little bit to me it does. It's kind of nice. My auto run button seems to have fixed itself. I have a Razor Orb Weaver, and I absolutely love the thing. It's fantastic, but the spacebar button on it is what I have keybound to be my auto run. And for whatever reason, it was acting like it wanted to stick earlier, and that's a new bug for it, a new error. It's something it's never done before, so I'm not sure. You just have two-handed melee weapon. Okay, I am lost. What happened to my melee weapon? What happened to my weapons? That was weird. Okay. Alright. Not sure what happened there. Not sure what I did, but my Orb Weaver was acting up a little bit ago, and I'm really hoping that that was the end of the issues, because I know they discontinued the Orb Weaver, which I'm bummed out about. I love it. I find it to be exceptionally easy to use. It has made it easier for me to play the game. There is a replacement. Like a replacement for the less buttons, though. Oh. See, that wouldn't be so bad as long as it felt generally the same. I would be okay with that. Is that the Tartarus or the Titan, or it starts with a T, I believe, right? You use keypads also. Yeah, I find them to be a lot easier to work with. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. So I'm bummed out that they discontinued the Orb Weaver. I find it to be very easy to use, but as long as the other one feels relatively the same, even if there's like a couple buttons that are a little bit different, I will adjust. It'll be okay. As long as they don't discontinue that altogether. If they discontinue keypads altogether, I'm going to be a little upset. Because I like them. I find them a lot easier for movement. I don't have to decide whether I want to move or attack, because I don't have exceptionally large hands. And so you paid more for the mechanical versus membrane on the Orb Weaver? Yes. Yes, I did. I think the new one is membrane also. See, I like the mechanical because I know that the keys last for longer. I know that the excessive clicking for a lot of people is annoying, and a lot of people don't like the sound that it makes, but yeah, it's Tartarus V2. Okay, yeah, okay. But for me, knowing that the mechanical keyboard is going to last longer is what sold it for me. I didn't like the thought of having to replace a membrane controller or the keys or anything like that. I just wanted it to last and be okay and work great for me. But I know that it's easier to hear my button mashing. You can't stand mushy keys. Yeah, same here. I've had many junky keyboards. For a long time, I was playing World of Warcraft on a laptop that I had accidentally spilled a drink onto, and 95% of the buttons didn't work unless I like super mashed them. And so upgrading to a Razer keyboard and to an Orb Weaver, it just is the best thing ever. I love it. You know, I'm very much enjoying the mechanical keyboard, having something that responds and works and always works. But like I said, that button not working for me a few minutes ago was a little bit concerning. So I'm starting to understand maybe what. Okay, where am I going? Speak with the Karen on the hill overlooking the Thormodon. Okay, so let's go up and not try to go in. Ha ha ha. Right decision. Good. Look at that. Getting better. So for me, having keyboards and, you know, these keypads and all this kind of stuff, I like it. I very much enjoy it. I know that the sound of the clicking can be annoying. It helped my wife a lot. Yeah, I think keypads are a game changer for a lot of people that would have had trouble getting into a game that has so many abilities. Shift and control variants for, yes, she uses the discontinued Logitech one. Okay, yeah, I was having the exact same thing where I was key binding spells to like E and Q and shift and like especially during the time that I was more heavily playing a healer, I was having a lot of trouble finding the ability to switch between my DPSing skills and my healing skills, and I was using a lot of like click mods and anything to make anything to make my life a little bit easier for healing and being able to DPS and keep up with the group, because apparently there was this whole stigma where healers have to DPS as high as the highest DPSer. And so getting the Orb Weaver for me was a big upgrade and a big step in the right direction, because it does allow me to do exactly what you're talking about. And you were playing a priest. I was playing a priest. I played a disc priest for a few years, and yes, there are way too many healing abilities. Just far too many. And I would just sit there like, why can't I just, just spam one? Just one for a little bit of time. Why does it have to be this and this and this and this? Druid healing is way easier than that in retail, by the way. I haven't found it to be true, but I also haven't really played a druid past like level 60, and it's been a long time since I played a druid healer, so I may have to go ahead and try that again, because I do love healing dungeons. And for a while I was playing a resto shaman, which I know are not the best for PvE. They're more equipped to handle in PvP, if that, because Blizzard needs to help them. They're such a fun class, but Blizzard needs to help them. But I may have to look into druid healing again and see how that works for me. I know that my brother-in-law, he has mained a druid for years and years, and especially in the days of Cataclysm when they had the unstoppable druids because of their talent specs and such like that in the talent tree. He has always mained a druid and healed, DPS, tanked, all that kind of such stuff. And he's always sworn by druids, but to me they seemed, I don't know, I never was able to click with them. I never was able to work well with them. Okay, so Iron Dwarf operations disrupted. I find this so ironic that I understand that not all of the Dark Iron Dwarves joined with the Alliance. I know that quite a few of them side with Ragnaros, and the other of them with, what's her name, Moira, I believe. Don't quote me. So I understand that the Dark Iron Dwarves that we get to make are the ones that joined the Alliance. And so, yeah, that sounds right. Okay, I thought so. And so I don't know. For me, when I see these Dark Iron Dwarves popping up in quests, like, oh, kill 5 of them, it's like, I'm playing a Dark Iron. This doesn't feel right. Oh, okay, so operations disrupted. So how am I doing that? So even now, the Iron Dwarves attempt to reclaim their old capital. Let them have it, but we will not permit it. Rude. My giants fill the trench with borders and debris, hoping to seal it off and kill the servants of iron as they work. Take up the borders you see near the trench to the northeast. Help us put an end to their efforts. Northeast borders. Am I kicking rocks in? I don't know. Like I said, for me, I'm kicking rocks in. Seeing the Dark Iron Dwarves and the quests and stop them and kill them and do this and do that, it hurts. Hurl. Aw, okay. Alright, so I guess I'm aiming at... Oops. You know what? Let's put you here. At the Dark Iron Dwarves, right? Throw a boulder. Yep, that's exactly what I needed to do. Okay, so there's one. I need more rocks. I guess I'll just go to the same boulder. Can I just keep hitting the same spot? Let's see. Yes, I can. Oh, but the rock despawned. Okay, never mind. So I have to move. Let's look for another rock or boulder, whatever they want to classify it as. I found one. Okay, excellent. Oh, and we have a dungeon. All right. So like I said, hopefully my computer doesn't bog down too bad and I can get through this dungeon without completely breaking my computer or breaking the stream. I guess this will be part of the test since this is technically my first stream. So let's see. Wrath of the Lich King. And I have no idea where I'm going, but I guess I'll do this thing. I'll yell at you guys. I'm gonna... Oh, it's this one. I know exactly what we're doing and I hate this one. Okay. Oh, this one is so horribly boring. Okay. I got locked out of this one the last time I played it, last week or so. I died because the healer just didn't want to heal, period. And I was standing in something I shouldn't have been standing in. My fault, obviously. But I died. And then I was despawned outside of the gates. I couldn't get back in. So I just had, like, I tried leaving the dungeon, coming back in, everything. And I ended up just having to abandon the dungeon. And that was pretty much the point where I decided that I was going to do something else. And that's where I started grinding the flying for Battle for Azeroth. Just something a little more productive than get despawned outside of a dungeon and have to wait there instead of being able to help and fight and get kicked out anyway for not doing anything. Oh, I guess we really want to do this apparently. Oh, and that was a waste. Okay. Well, are you a skill? Yeah, okay. Bummer. I guess we're going here, so... Doesn't seem like my computer's doing too horribly right now, and... I mean, we don't know when the pre-patch is, but you know one feature of the expansion is supposed to be free non-reptide flying in all previous expansions. Yes! Which is a huge savior for me, because Warlords of Draenor, I still don't have flying in. And I owned Warlords of Draenor from its release date. Okay, so I'm not alone. But I never did it. Had nothing to do with the Pathfinder. Definitely not doing it the hard way. Yeah, I tried to go back. I did. I tried to do a valiant effort. I went back and I was like, I'm going to grind this out. I'm going to be one of the cool kids. I'm going to have flying in all the zones. And I believe I was watching Hazel Nutty's stream, and she was talking about all of the different changes that are coming with the pre-patch, and she mentioned about not having to rep grind for flying anymore, and I couldn't have been more happy. Genuinely. And like I said, I spent 2 weeks or so rep grinding to unlock the Dark Iron Dwarves, and I could have just waited for pre-patch. Yeah, Hazel is good shit. Yes, she is. I love watching her content. She's very enjoyable for me to watch because she doesn't get wrapped up into all of the political stuff that involves WoW. Like, oh, well, you can't like this because Blizzard did this and this and this. She gives her viewpoint on it, and she lets it be that. And I have a lot of respect for her, and I find her to be good people. She's very fun to watch. Hazel is the best. Yes, she is. I'm so glad I'm not alone in this. I love watching her. And her guides are so helpful. But that lady has more pets than I ever want to have, and more battle pets. I mean, her actual IRL pets are pretty cool too, but her battle pets and sorry for being quiet, was helping Squishy with dinner. No, you're good. You're good. I'm just glad that you're here. It's nice not just talking to myself, even though I'm very capable of doing it, apparently. I very much appreciate you guys being here. But the amount of mounts that she has, no time like the present to get the Lucid. I already do have Lucid Nightmare, though. I did do that one because I was so enraptured with... Oh, nice. I was so enraptured with the whole, like, secrecy behind it, even though there were guides out and we all knew what to do. And gridding out the maze was so much fun for me. Yeah, I had to do the maze for my wife. Yeah, I know my husband and I sat there for a few days, and we we had to grid it out and figure out what we were doing, and it was so confusing, but so much fun. And he got very frustrated with it, if I remember right. Still accomplished it, but was far more frustrated with it than I was, because I liked the insanity of it. I don't know. It was exceptionally. After figuring it out on mine, I did hers in like 15. Yeah, exactly. I think it took me an hour or so the first time. Okay, you have me beat, because it took me several days, and I can never say that I've ever achieved anything in this game in a reasonable amount of time. But yeah, to me, it was very fun. And I loved it. And I'm very proud, very proud of that mount. I heard also that they are going to be giving like the Lucid Nightmare and the Unicorn type mounts flying in Shadowlands when flying is released. So I am actually really happy that I do have it, because I'll be able to fly on it, which is super cool. On the way, I knew once I went into that maze, I was intent on doing it in one sitting. Yeah, I think it took me a couple tries, because I had a difficult time understanding what the objective was for a hot second. Like, I thought that the objective was to just run through. And I can't remember exactly how it's done now, and that's okay. But I remember not fully understanding what the objective was and getting a little bogged down by that. And then once I understood what I was trying to do, I was able to achieve it in a far more reasonable amount of time. Tried using the add-on, and it was a bit janky, and ended up using pen and paper. The over-under parts is what drove me. Yes, that's exactly what I was forgetting, because the over-under parts and how they connected. Yes, like I said, I had grid paper and I had a pencil, and I was marking stuff down, and I just enjoyed the adventure of it. And it is quite a cool mount. I'm very proud of that mount. But yeah, that was fun. But I am very excited about it getting flying in Shadowlands. I think that's going to be... Okay, an elite... Oh, I gotta pay attention. Let's get over here. Okay, you didn't need me. I understand, but I'll loot this anyway. Thanks, guys. I did no work. Oh, I know that there are... Okay, so another thing that I found to be very cool is that there are some seahorse mounts that are released in Battle for Azeroth that you don't have to be in the water to use. And they just fly. And I think that's so cool. Seahorses are quite fantastic creatures. They're very beautiful. But all the seahorse mounts previously, as far as I understood, could only be mounted in like Vishara or in the water. For BFA, yeah, there's like a couple seahorse mounts. Shoot, what is the name of the one? And I thought it was in Najatar. And you hadn't seen that yet. And you have to take a selfie with the rare. And it doesn't come up on the map as a star or anything like that. You just have to camp its spawn points. And you take a picture with it. And you get the mount. And I forget what it's called. And it's going to drive me nuts. But yeah, from what I've... Oh, across. Okay, we'll pay attention. Woo-doo-doo-doo. Or not. From what I've seen, you can just be chilling in the air on your little seahorse. And I think it's only for ones that are looted from BFA. I don't think that applies to the other seahorse mounts. I'm still working on getting the 250 mount meta. I'm still working on getting to 200 mounts. I have over 100. I think I have near 150 mounts. 124. I lied. Oops. I have 124. And that was one thing I've been very much lackadaisical on. I can't stand repeating old legacy raid mount farming. Yes. I tried so hard for... I've been going back and doing the old legacy reps. Yeah. There's a lot of them that I'm missing, like Invincible. The bird one, what's that one's name? If you do time walking, you can crank out 12 mounts via the... Really? I have some time walking charms. I don't know how many. I don't know if that's what you use. I'm assuming so. I should look into that. I think we're still in time walking, aren't we? Or is that over because the Dark Moon Fair is up? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, we are all dying. All right. Don't stand in stuff. And let's get this killed a little faster. Ay. And I died. Which means I'm going to respawn outside the door. I'm stuck outside the door again. I hate this. Oh, I hate this. And I'm stuck. Okay. So let's read this. If you do time walking. Okay. Yeah, the time walking vendor sells the rep tokens for each of the expansions. Rep. Okay. 50 time walking badges for... Really? Okay. That's actually excellent. Target too close. I have no idea how to fix this bug. Can you spawn me in? I'm not fighting, so send me in. Oh! I could have just done that last time. I had no idea. I just left. Oh my goodness. Alright. Then at Revered you can get the bonus. You get the 100% bonus for Miss Appendary. What does that do? The... Oh, you... To, like, 100% bonus to get to Exalted? Is that what you're talking about? Fabius! Yes! Thank you! Yes! Fabius. So, yeah, you take a selfie with, I think, the mounts... Heels had to move his car really fast. That's funny. Okay. I think the actual, like, rare that doesn't come up on the map is named Fabius as well, but you have to take a selfie with it. You don't actually kill it. And you have to get the rare's face in the selfie. You can't just get, like, a hoof or a hindquarter or anything like that. It has to be its face in order to get the mount. And it's got a really wonky spawner. And it's anywhere between 2 to 12 hours that you'll have to camp for it. But the mount itself is cool. But I think that's just a white unicorn. I don't believe that that's one of the seahorses. If I'm thinking of that the right way. I might have been wrong on my information. But so I haven't been paying attention too much to... Oh, shoot. What am I doing? That's so wrong. Okay. To my frame rates, it doesn't seem like it's doing too bad. So the SSD seems to have fixed the lag issue that I was having, which is awesome. You have to take a selfie with the selfie, and it has a 2 to 8 hour spawn time. Yeah, okay. So I was a little wrong on the spawn time, but... If there was a seahorse flying out, water not required, I was going to have to hide that from the lady because I would... Oh, I don't blame her, though. I mean, I've come back to retail for less than that, so I get it. But yes, there is, as long as I'm not mistaken, because I saw it... I saw it on Hazelnutty's stream. She had one of her viewers there waiting to camp Fabius, and they were on one of the seahorses, and we both dipped back for the day to do the Spirit of Echo, or whatever his name is, for the Spectral Moose. Yeah, the one that came from Artifacts, right? Was that? What is that? Professions. Archaeology. There's the name for it. Professional name for it. Yeah. I was on track to get that one, and I lost all my motivation, because I think that was mid-Legion? Yep, archaeology. It's cool, though. It's super fast, is it? Is that the one that flies, or is that the one that you had to do the raid to get? With flying, okay. Dope. I don't have it. It's cool. I wish I had it. I don't know if I'm out of time to get it. It might be one of those legacy mounts now that I'll never be able to achieve, and I had all the time in the world to get it, and I missed out. I think he's still... Oh, really? Well, I'm going to have to look into that and do that one of these days. Whether on stream or off stream, I'm not sure yet which one I would do, but... Yeah, there's a lot of mount hunting and grinding. Why am I dying so bad? What am I standing in? I don't want to die again. Probably because I'm not paying attention. It's okay. Okay, so you go to the archaeology trailer in Dalaran, and they give you a particular quest, and it can be done. Really? Even better. All right, I'm going to have to do that one of these days and finally get them out. Because I would like to start getting the meta achievements for like mounts and such like that, because there is a mount and it's a rendition of the mechanical one mounts. It's a rendition of the Sky Golem, and it's like a greenish color, and I don't remember if it's from 200 mounts or if it's from 200 pets, but either way. All right, leave dungeon group. Either way, it's something I want to have, because I like those Sky Golem renditions. They look super cool, and goblins are one of my favorite races to play. Oh, we just need to collect more boulders. That's right. I guess queue up for another dungeon. Hopefully it's not that same dungeon, because it takes forever. But let's go over here and look for another boulder. Oh, there we go. Little glowy thing. Loving it. Okay. Can I get more than one, or can I only use one at a time? I think I can only use one at a time. I'm probably wrong. It's all right. So let's go over here, commit arson or assault on my own people. Okay. And I need another boulder. Okay, so technically I'm in combat, even though I'm not in combat because it can't reach me. What in the world is the name of that one bird, though, from Outlands? Eye of something? Oh, Ashes of Alar. Totally wrong. Ashes of Alar is one mount that I had tried for several years. Got very bored of the repetitive grind for it. Still a gorgeous mount. Still very cool. And actually the fist weapon that you can get from that raid is actually really cool too. But that mount has evaded me for years. Probably will continue. Yeah, exactly. The talons, they are very cool. I always thought they'd be super cool on a rogue. I know that rogues can essentially use fist weapons, I believe, or unless they change that. But I know that they are better to use daggers, swords, things like that. But I heard they're doing a lot of changes with transmogs and with the ability to, like, what categories you can transmog with. So maybe it's something that I can achieve one of these days, is having my rogue with the cool talons. We'll see. All right, so I do have 2 boulders. I can stack them, but I only needed 1 more. Okay, so that's done. So let's go. Oh, no. You're not going to aggro me. There we go. That's the one from Firelands, is it? What, the Ashes of the Lar or the Talons? Because those are from the Outlands. Oh, not what I wanted. They're from Outlands. From Netherstorm. Yeah, from the Eye. Yeah, that's why I was trying to say Eye. That's why. Okay. Yeah, they're using the weapon type a lot. Legion, legendaries across specs. That's very cool. I also heard that, like, the Doom Hammer can be dual wielded now, which is super cool. Both from the Eye. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for these changes that they're making. I understand that, you know, a lot of them are just cosmetic changes, and for some people maybe it doesn't mean anything, but for me, I think it's cool. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying these changes they're making. I'm especially enjoying the fact that I don't have to grind out Warlords of Draenor Flying. Not that I ever want to quest there anymore. I had one insane weekend where I decided that in Shadowlands, because I believe it's still a thing, where you can pick from pretty much level 1 which expansion you want to level in. So if you want to level in Legion, you can do all of Legion content, get to level 50, and then go to Shadowlands. Oh, level 10. Okay. Yeah, so for one insane weekend, I decided I'm going to do Warlords of Draenor because that's where I started, you know, kind of paying a little more attention to endgame stuff. I did some raids here and there. I tried to heal. I actually enjoyed Ashran stuff, all of the PvP. I actually very much enjoyed that. But then I realized I'm insane. I'm not doing that. There's an awesome intro. Are you going to go through, and when you are done, you're automatically level 10. There's an awesome intro you are going to go through, and when you're done, you're automatically level 10. Really? For, like, each race? Or everybody, like, from the Alliance and everybody from the Horde are going to do the same intro? Because either way, that's cool. I did not, all new players. Okay, I did not know that. Non-hero classes. Okay. I'm going to have to look into that because now I'm exceptionally curious. Non-allied. Okay. Okay, yeah, that sounds really neat, actually. All right, so let's go over here, and I thought I already did this. Maybe I died. I remember that. I died when I tried to do that because I wasn't paying attention, and I thought I was way cooler than I was, and I died. And I'm missing a quest down here. What do you want? It teaches raid dungeon concepts. Oh, okay. Well, basically boot camp for new players, and then Chromie lets you pick an expansion to focus that covers the rest of the leveling up to level 50. Love it. That is so cool. Like I said, I thought that I was going to be, you know, like leveling in Warlords of Draenor and reliving that, and I realized that's asinine, and I don't think I want to put myself through that. No, thank you. But leveling through the entirety of Northrend and getting to level 50 does sound like a fun idea. But not Outlands. No thank you. Miss of Pandaria is not my favorite. I would take that over Warlords of Draenor. But, oh, I don't want to do that. What's this on the ground? But yeah, Warlords of Draenor, Miss of Pandaria, not my favorite ones. Outlands is the worst. I would choose Warlords of Draenor over the Outlands any day. Because it seemed like I only ever leveled through Hellfire Peninsula? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Why do you say that? Warlords of Draenor is a pretty welcome change compared to Wrath of the Lich King. Rough Quest, Destiny, and Density, and Wrath. Well, yeah. I know certain spots are a little easier for leveling. Like right now, I am leveling in Northrend. I'm very much enjoying my experience, but maybe it was because I was not a Wrath baby. I started playing in Cataclysm. I did not know what I was doing. Like I said, I got lost in the tram and found Nessie and then never found my way out. And just kept making new characters and trying new characters and doing absolutely nothing with them. No end game, no real major leveling. I think the first character that I actually leveled to level 50, and I was so proud of myself, was a Blood Elf Rogue. And I thought she was the coolest thing. December of 2004. Sorry for the coughing. Yeah, I haven't been playing nearly as long there. But I had fun for what I did. My first character that I got to level 50, like I said, was a Blood Elf Rogue, and I had just started experiencing what the auction house was and all of these different things that I could do, and the server that I was on, I don't remember if it was Mal'Ganis or what server I was actually on, was dead. Just absolutely dead for the auction house. This is before they did the merger, and I was trying to sell Inscription, typing /played on my 2 original character, elicits sheer terror for me. I understand. I was actually relatively surprised at how few hours on my paladin that I was playing when you first sent your follow and were watching me. That is my longest standing character anymore. Because I know a lot of my original characters I just like deleted because I didn't know what I was doing. I gave up, deleted them, started over on New Realms. I was not the brightest. And I actually switched accounts at one point. I had a different account. I did skip later portion of Kata and all of Warlords. So you didn't even do any of Warlords of Draenor then, right? You just like skipped the entire expansion and came in the next one, Legion, right? Was it Draenor and then Legion? That sounds right. One time, yeah. That sounds right. Okay. Oh, that's right. Miss a pinned area. That's right. Huh. Yeah, I that was my first character I got to level 50 was a Blood Elf Rogue. And then the server was dead. The auction house was dead. I was trying to make gold. And I ended up race transferring to a human. And because the Alliance side was doing better economically. And I hated her. It just wasn't the same. It killed all of it for me. I didn't like the character anymore. And so I ended up eventually switching like accounts completely. I don't remember what my goal was by doing that, but I lost some of my, original legacy mounts, like the chopper, the Horde chopper, the really cool motorcycle. I ended up losing that because of my original account. I contacted Blizzard. I begged them. I was like, can you please just merge the two? They're like, no, you have to choose one. Yeah, that motorcycle was cool. And it's on my original account, which I still have all the login information for. I've just done so much more work on this one. But that's where my Paladin came into play. Was I had started her on the old account and ended up when I made the new account, I remade her, boosted her so I could have the mace that I use for her transmog. And I've just been playing on this account ever since. It has its appeal, though. The classic guild I was playing with is about 40% the same people I raided with in vanilla. No kidding. Wow, that's a long-standing guild then. That's fantastic. Yeah, the motorcycle build. Yeah, recruit a friend. I could, but I don't really see any benefit to playing two accounts. I know that you can dual box. I know you can do a lot of this and a lot of that, but I barely have the attention span for one account, let alone two, unless I wanted to. I know, it is heartbreaking. Yeah, Refer a Friend is spoiled. There are a lot of really cool mounts on there, and I have thought about it. Like, I thought about making an account for my son for when he does eventually get older, so that he would have, something. I could have some Refer a Friend mounts. The current ones are nuts. Yeah, I would have to look at them again. The last time I looked at Refer a Friend was when they were talking about, like, the Adventurer's transmog and, like, the camel and stuff like that. And if you had Refer a Friend for a year, and yeah. It's still really cool, though. There's a flying mount now, too. Okay, well, I'm going to have to look that up. They expanded it. I'm going to have to look that up then and see what's going on, because it may be worth it to do Refer a Friend. That might be worth it. All right, what am I doing in here? This is just a turn in for something. Still the same incremental stuff you saw before. Okay. Okay, so it's still time gated, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. I just didn't really have a. All right, where is this guy? I am missing something. Is he hiding? Is he above? He's probably above me. Not gonna lie. I just didn't see who I could give that second account to unless I made it, like I said, for my son, which would be an okay idea. Then I can get some pretty cool. The flying mount is from 9 months. Okay. Gotcha. Yep, I was wrong. It was not inside of there. I was fighting for no reason. That makes sense, though. I do that quite a lot. All right, so let's go over here. I still haven't done Ursog. Let's go do that. Just get it done, out of the way. Not die this time. What does this do? I take that as more sarcasm than anything. All so fun. Yeah, I don't envy you right now, but it's kind of how I feel about the rep grind to get flying unlocked. But Oh, yeah, you are almost there. That last bit is just the worst. It really is. All right, so I was supposed to talk to someone before I came in here. I know that. Who am I supposed to talk to? Hold on. Defeat Ursak. Oh, in a dungeon. Okay, if he went to seek, he'll be near the den. Okay, so he's outside of the den if I remember right. He's like standing over here somewhere. It's you. Okay. But I guess I'm not going to start this because I'm about to pop a dungeon. I did 9K yesterday. Holy cow! That's insane. Are you using... They don't have any, like, reputation boosters or anything in Classic, did they? That's a lot of reputation. No, yeah, so that's just pure rep grinding. Wow. That's talent. Right there, that is talent. I don't actually know how to do this dungeon. I think the last time I was in here, I died, and then my computer disconnected, and I've never been in this dungeon again. Just slow, painful, horrific gameplay. Yeah, it sounds like it. Oh, I'm not jealous. Oh, it makes what I'm doing sound very piddly. Alright, so... let's not die. Let's actually finish this dungeon. Oh, maybe I have. Is this the one with all the taxidermy room or something like that? Only doing it for offhand and sheep mount. Oh my gosh. The things you do for the reasons that we do it. Would you call it the world of wastecraft? Precisely. Yeah. Yeah, when we actually sit down and think about why we do the things that we do in this game, there's no real tangible reason for it aside from our own personal, like the satisfaction of having it done, the satisfaction of achieving whatever goal we set out to do. And in theory, is there any real reason to do it? No. But is it fun? Absolutely, sometimes. Unless you're doing insane amounts of grinding, and then not so much, but... we're always going to find a way to construe it so that it seems like it's worth it, right? So far, not too bad. I haven't died, and that's probably because I'm playing on... I'm playing at a different time in my life where I actually understand what I'm doing. Or at least have add-ons that tell me what I'm doing, which is nice too. Unless it gets stuck on that one skill, which is stupid. Honestly, right now, with the current employment risk, I view it as a money saver, a good distraction that I just pay a subscription for. That's very true. That is very true. It does give us a lot to do while we're at home. It's a good point there. Assuming that's what you were saying, if I understood you the right way. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It has been a very nice distraction, that's for sure. Especially once I was able to quit doing my job and actually start playing the video games that I wanted to play again, like World of Warcraft. I play a little bit of Sims here and there, you know, have some fun. Do some made up, you know... whatever I want to do in it, turn everybody into a werewolf, bite them all. You know, the things that I do in Sims. But my big WoW binge moments through the years have been the time when I saved the most money. Yes, absolutely. Because aside from the $15 that you pay for the month, or even if you grind the gold out and pay for your subscription with the tokens, it's $15 versus whatever else it could be. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, because when I get into my binges where I want to play The Sims, you know, all of their expansions and all of their stuff packs are, you know, they're this much money and this much money and this much money, and they end up racking up and costing a lot, and it's really not worth it versus the once every 2 to 3 years where we get an expansion release, you know, it's another $50, $60. It's rough. I tallied up the amount that I spent for the Sims, at the financially supported Sims Addict and my wife, those expansions and DLCs. Yes, I tallied up how much I spent in Sims 3, and I do not own every stuff pack or every expansion pack for Sims 3, and it's well over $800. And I don't know why I thought that that was a good idea. And that Star Wars one that just got announced. But is that going to be your money suck, or is that your wife's money suck again? Oh, there's this guy. Okay. Mine for now. I see. Yeah. She's in nursing school. Oh, wow. That's kudos to her. I know I've been saying that a lot. You guys seem to be achieving quite a lot in life, and that's phenomenal. But nursing school is no joke. Being a nurse is no joke. I do not envy anyone in that profession. They have to deal with a lot of unkind people. I did a stint where I worked as a resident, like a group home or a nursing home, resident assistant type deal, and needles and shads. Yeah, I couldn't do it for sure. Yeah, I ended up helping with a catheter replacement, like an internal one, one that went through the stomach, and I almost passed out, and that was it for me. I quit the job. I got a different job. I did something different. I think I went back to the school bus driving, and that was it for me. Never doing that again. I can't do the medical side, needles, anything with open wounds. It just... Yeah, oh hell no. So your wife is that special type of person, that's for sure. You know, being able to stomach that and do that type of stuff, and no thank you. Saints for sure, absolutely. Even on a nurse's bad day or a doctor's bad day, when they're not the happiest of people, you know, I still have to sit there, and it's like, you know what? I understand. I've worked in some pretty crappy environments. I understand what it's like working with some really crappy people. So when they have a bad day, I don't judge them very hard at all. I get it. I wouldn't want to do the job. I don't want to be here anyway. Yeah, I kept my skeevy oil field job to get her through this, and then I can go do something more normal, less stressful. Fantastic. What do you think that you want to do? And that was kind of the same situation that I was in with the garbage driving job. My husband was kind of in between higher paying jobs at that point, and so I took a position just working anywhere, and it was at the garbage driving job. And once my husband did get his promotion into a new job field altogether, or whatever you call it, profession, and he started an actual career, I was able to quit, and like we talked about, it's just nice not having to deal with that stress anymore. Probably go back to school for ISIT. Still have a GI Bill to burn before it expires. What is ISIT? I feel like I should know what you're talking about, but I'm not 100% sure. You know, people, I need to touch some stuff too. I need to collect it. Oh, good. There's one. Yay. Information systems, information technology, security. Oh, okay. So that sounds like kind of programming, right? Or am I completely off? That sounds like a phenomenal position to have, though. So what are we doing? Okay, so we're going to attack those guys, obviously. It has portions of script writing and programming, but not like making software. No. Okay, so like what programming languages would you be working in? Would it be more like, not HTML, I'm sure, more... not Git. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of something. I'm not 100% sure. More configuration design and engineering to ensure systems are protected, or auditing. Linux scripting. Okay, I understand what you're talking about now. Okay. Shell scripting. Okay. Oops, I want this. Bash, etc. Okay. I was I was dead set that I was going to go into programming school. I tried several times to get in. I ended up giving up for one reason or another, but I dedicated myself to learning how to program in C++, and I love it. I just haven't really used it for anything or learned it. Yeah, fucking ouch. Yeah, I know. I picked the worst one. That was my first language I started with, too. I was like, I'm going to learn the hardest one just for the fucking hell of it. It'll be great. Sounds like a great plan. But I was teaching myself C++ and started into some C#. I had started learning how to design 3D games. I started on a two-dimensional game, actually, like a pixel RPG, because I love those. And I was designing it myself, scripting it all out. I was doing all the coding in C#. I do assignments, a lot of PLC code in my current job, but it's more simple logic. I gotcha. This is the taxidermy room I was talking about, too. But yeah, I was just so dead set that I was going to learn it. And I have the hardest time working with Visual Studios. It always crashes. It doesn't work the way I want it to. If then else, etc. Nothing worse than that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then I discovered Swift programming and Xcode with the Macs and iOS development and such like that. And I had a blast. Absolute blast working with that. But ended up stopping. I did look at Ruby, actually. I own a easy mode into some backend. Yes, I have a program called RPG Maker, and that's where I did a little bit of playing around to figure out what I was even doing with coding. And it talked in Ruby, and, you know, it was all designed in Ruby. So I had to, and I had to figure it out, and I had to understand what I was doing and why I was doing what I was doing. So it was a good way for me to practice and actually get into the concept of what programming was, because previous to that I was completely clueless. So I had a lot of fun with that, and that was what spawned, oh, I am going to learn C++. I'm going to dedicate myself to this. I'm going to excel at this, and it just hasn't happened yet. But making a video game is still one of the things that I want to do. And it's one of the things I'm toying around with doing on stream every so often, is like the pixel animation, stuff like that. I very much enjoy doing that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Oh, why am I running this way? There we go. I mean, the concepts will always be the same. It's more of a burden of learning whatever the framework you are trying to work in. Yes. And that's, you're absolutely right. The concepts are the same. You know, if you know how to use an if-else or anything like that, you know basically the gist of how to write code. But it's just learning what they want you to say. It's just honing a creative troubleshooting mind. Yes, absolutely. Yes, for sure. Something that I always thought was funny was that programming is 99% looking up answers on Google, and then 1% knowing how to use those answers. Fixing your own mistakes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I ran into a lot of that where I was, like I said, trying to teach myself a little bit of C# and running into issues and Googling, well, I'm going to try this and just insert it into the code. And then, well, this didn't work. Why didn't this work? And why is our healer dying? Oh my gosh. All right. Glad you're all right. But a lot of Googling, that's for sure. And a lot of not understanding what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Why is our healer dead? What happened? Could mess around with some convergence and try WoW add-ons. I thought about that. I think LUA is one of the languages that they use, if I'm understanding that the right way. Oops. Because I did look into how do people make add-ons for WoW, because there are some things I would like to have that people just haven't made up yet. I don't remember what those were, but I remember at the time that I wanted to learn them, there was something that I was looking for. Lua, yep. So I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it. So thank you for the suggestion. I had completely forgot about doing that. Why am I dying? Ay. I'm dead. Okay. There is a good ecosystem for making money on good ideas currently too. Yes, but creativity is not something that comes to me the fastest, I guess. It takes a lot for, I feel it takes a lot for me to come up with a creative idea, an original idea. And so I usually end up trying to do revamps of something somebody already did, getting frustrated because I don't want to do a revamp. So I very much appreciate the people that do have a bunch of creative ideas just floating around in their head, because most of what's in my head is just nonsense. Iteration is a big part of it too. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. I need a speed boost or run or heck, taking a problem someone solved and solve it better. That's very true. Making it more concise, making it more lightweight, et cetera, et cetera. That is absolutely true. Because you could have a brilliant idea and it's just done the wrong way. You're right. I hate that it spawned me all the way out there. I think the newer dungeons spawn you a lot closer, but oh well, I can collect this goblet on the way and just kind of do my thing. Hopefully not get kicked out. In the current time, it could just be better looking or marketed better also. That is very true. And I hope I'm going the right way. Oh, good gosh. I really hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, that's very true. Sometimes just something done with more appeal, it does go well. Because I've seen a lot of different add-ons on like Twitch and like WoW add-on and stuff like that, where it'll be the same add-on, but somebody wrote a better description about it, or they made the page look prettier for whatever reason. You know, I understand exactly what you're talking about. Wow, I'm really back here, aren't I? I understand that I started at the beginning, but I didn't realize that I had gone this far. Oops. Is this where we wiped? Is this where I wiped? We didn't make it any farther. Well, at least I can help. Yeah, I'm waiting for my leap to come off cooldown. There we go. Because I have the talent selected where it like takes 10 seconds off of my leap cooldown, which I'm grateful for, but it's still for forever, and we have no other speed boost other than leap. Yay! Okay, so you guys are dying. You alright? Can't make you a band-aid because I don't have first aid. Why are you dead again? Sweetheart, are you okay? Holy cow. Good save. I missed 2 goblets. I probably should go back for those after we down these mobs right here. Someone leveled? I don't think it was me. Maybe it was me. It was me. Why? Oh, why? Oh, that's not good. Here we go. I made my wife play my Fury Warrior in a raid while I had to run and finish food. Immediately, she loved the Fury spec and had to make an alt. Named her Whirly Girl. Somehow that wasn't taken. I'm surprised that wasn't taken. That's a cute name. Did we jump down here? I wasn't paying attention. We did. How did we do that without aggroing anything? Oh, people don't kill me or don't kick me. Oh, because we jumped down here. Okay. This is why I don't tank. This is why I could never make a good tank. Because my dungeon perception is shit. Yeah, that's very surprising that the name wasn't taken. That's adorable. But Fury Warrior absolutely is just so much fun. And I think it's one of those specs that's supposed to be better for PvP, but I'm having an absolute blast playing it. I'm having a great time. I think she looks so cool with her dual two-handed weapons. Whirling them around, I think it's great. Animation for it currently, yes, it's a blast. Yeah, absolutely. I think I was showing my husband the animations that she was doing and how cool I thought she looked, because I also gave her the oh, what's my word, not add-ons, the visual effects that you can buy from the auction house, whatever word I'm trying to think of. I gave her the ones that like set her on fire when she does charge, or a couple of like when she rampages or something like that. She goes into fire mode. Glyphs, yes, thank you. No. Okay. All right, that's bad. Okay. Well, let's just try to keep these off the healer. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I gave her the fire glyphs because it was very fitting. She's a dark iron dwarf. She needs to be on fire 95% of the time. I think that's brilliant. So that's what she is. And it makes the aesthetic of the Fury just so much cooler too. I don't know. Yes, he does. He mainly plays on the Horde side. He does have a couple of Alliance characters as well. I flip flop depending on where my I flip flop depending on where my attention span is, but I play both Horde and Alliance. And usually when an expansion drops, we'll both play together. So I will main a Horde character to play through with him, and then go on my merry way from there. But yeah, he has been playing since the days of Wrath, I think. And was doing raiding, I believe. Wife and I play both factions for sure, but yeah, we raid on the same side. Yeah, when my husband did do some raids with the guild that I'm getting involved with, and he enjoyed himself a lot. It's just he fell out of raiding and went back to the Horde, does his thing. We definitely prioritize raiding with our guild as peak content. Yeah, that's my main goal with this next expansion, is to actually experience the expansion when things are relevant and not just try to play catch up at the end of the expansion like I've done every other time. So raiding with my new guild and leveling, gearing, all that kind of stuff, you know, whatever the end game content is going to be, I want to actually be involved and know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But I'm hoping to be able to stream some of the raids that we do. I don't know how likely that's going to be depending on my concentration mode, because I'm sure that if I'm standing in the wrong thing, you know, talking to stream, to chat, that they're not going to be exceptionally happy with me. So like I said, I don't know. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Okay, we survived. Oh, okay. That was bad. But I don't know how likely it is that I'll be able to raid and stream, but I would like to try. Most people make the sacrifice to not stream as they normally would during raiding. I gotcha. Yeah, see, talking to my chat is my highest priority when I stream. You know, you guys come here to talk to me, to see what I'm doing, but anything that I'm doing is something that everyone else is doing at the same time. So, okay, do I want critical strike or haste? Let's do critical strike. So for me, prioritizing chat is the thing. So I probably have to, yeah. So I'm probably going to have to raid off of stream, which is totally fine. All right, so leave instance group. But it is 6:30. It is my dinner time. I think I'm going to end the stream here for today. I typically don't stream Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but I may change that. I'm not 100% sure. So thank you so much for joining me, for talking to me. This was a lot of fun. I do hope to see you the next time I stream. I hope you and your wife have lots of fun. Good luck on your rep grind. But thank you so much. This was a blast. Have a great night.